Hello, welcome. Welcome to Completing the Cells. This is my playthrough of the Splinter Cell series. My name is David Ellis. I'm a game designer. Didn't take long to mess up my first word. I'm a game designer. Let's try it one more time. I'm a game designer living up in the Pacific Northwest in the Seattle area. I'm a big fan of the Splinter Cell series. If you're not familiar with the Splinter Cell series, I'm gonna swap real quick. If you're not a big fan of the Splinter Cell series, let me tell you a little bit about it. It started in 2002 for the original Xbox. I'm going to lower the game audio just a little bit. I have the feeling that's a little too loud. Feel free to pop up in chat and tell me if things are too loud, if I'm speaking too quickly, if you can't understand me. This is the first time I've streamed in a good long time, so if I'm always looking for advice and just feedback in general. I have chat open, so I'll be paying attention if anyone's watching and wants to kind of chat back and forth, talk, whatever. Just let me know. So let me start again. I'm going to be playing through the entire Splinter Cell franchise, starting with the first title, which was Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. It came out in 2002. A lot of people at the time saw it as kind of Xbox's version of Metal Gear Solid, even though it was actually made by a third party, Ubisoft. It definitely has its own flavor and differentiates itself from Metal Gear Solid, I think, quite a bit. For myself, it was an important franchise for me. I actually, in college, studied government and communications and was actually doing political work, and figured that was going to be my career for pretty much the rest of my life, dealing with that. So after 2002, the election 2002, heading into 2003, I decided to kind of give that up and took some time off to just figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So at the time, Splinter Cell had just come out, and I'd seen the ads and thought it looked pretty awesome. Went and bought an Xbox. Of course, had Splinter Cell, and of course, bought the original Halo as well. So I did not disappoint, and I've played through just about every game in the series. I think the only one I haven't finished was actually Blacklist, and I think part of my excuse for wanting to do this playthrough of the franchise was, well, first off, we kind of have the opportunity to revisit all these older games that have kind of been updated through backwards compatibility. I'm going to be playing everything on my Xbox One, and so it's great to be able to see these games actually look better than they even did at the time. I'm going to back out to the main menu real quick so we're not having too much going on in the background. But I think it's a good opportunity to kind of go through, and to be honest, I haven't played the original, especially the first one in Pandora Tomorrow. I don't believe I've actually played them at all since they came out originally. Chaos Theory I've played since then. Confession, it's my favorite in the franchise. But I'm looking forward to actually playing through a lot of these games again, seeing how they hold up. But also, we have the opportunity to revisit the original Xbox version of Splinter Cell Double Agent. There were actually two versions of that game. There was one that came out for the original Xbox and a version that came out for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And from what I understand, they're not the same game at all. I actually had a former coworker of mine who worked on the original Xbox version of Double Agent, and it's been described more as like Chaos Theory 2. So that's been a title that I've always wanted to play through, but until recently, with the advent of the backwards compatibility, we haven't been able to do that. So I think that's pretty cool. So I don't really have a huge plan. Told you a little bit about Splinter Cell franchise, told you a little bit about me. I'm pretty much just going to kind of hop into it. Definitely let me know as I start playing if the audio levels on the game audio are okay, or and then just kind of check that out and let me know if the game audio is okay. I realize someone's actually telling me that I might have made a mistake, and you actually can't chat until you've followed me for a while, so that I might have been a little over anxious with the privacy settings. But those of you that are here and chatting, thank you, welcome, and just let me know if there's anything that's not working well and something you want to hear better or worse, although I don't know why you'd want to do that. So I'm just going to launch into the game and start playing. Haven't really done anything like this for a long time. A little bit of background, I did work in the media a long time ago. I worked at a website called oneup.com in San Francisco, and did a lot of live streaming back in the day, but this was before Twitch even existed. It was still just in TV. I think it was just on the cusp of actually turning over to Twitch TV, twitch.tv. So I do have some experience doing it, but it's been a very long time since I've done anything like this. So yeah, I'm just going to swap back over to the game and we'll start up and see how we go from there. And I am just going to play on normal, nothing fancy. Let's go through training. It's been a long time since I've done this. Obviously, I kind of know how to play Splinter Cell, but it's been a long time. It sounds a little low in my monitor. Let me know how the game audio sounds.
Continued fighting in the Abkhazia and South Ossetia regions has hindered Georgia's hopes of integration into Western institutions. Industry baron Kumbain Nikolad seized power today in a bloodless coup, installing himself in the presidential palace behind a wall of political and military support.
Game's very low. Good. I kind of thought it was. So I'm just going to swap. It's going to pause for a second while I turn it up. Turn this back up.
Relationship with America and the West.
Should sound a little bit better.
Fiber optic connectivity to areas of Eastern Europe that less than a decade past didn't have telephones. The technological leap is due largely to the efforts of rising information industries in the Netherlands, and especially Georgia, where the Vice President called his visit to Georgia an honor, and called Georgian President Kumbain Nikolads a man with his eyes on the future.
All right, starting the CIA training camp just outside of, I think it's just kind of up near West Virginia, if I recall. And of course, in Splinter Cell, you're Agent Sam Fisher, former Navy SEAL, former Special Ops, and you actually are participating. You're part of the NSA has this agency called the Third Echelon in the Splinter Cell franchise, which I believe was actually taken from a real program called Echelon, which was kind of recently revealed with the Snowden documents in 2015. So I'm sure that's where they kind of took it from, but I'm sure it changed quite a bit from how it really works. So I'm just going to press start and we'll kick it off. It's actually really cool seeing how sharp the details look on the game. Obviously all the pre-rendered cinematics and stuff like that are going to look not quite as good because those haven't been up-resed.
Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher with the heavy breathing.
I like to be early. Hello, Colonel. You can use my name. The room's safe. Lambert. Good to see you again. I trust NSA orientation is going well? Well enough. Everybody's been real coy.
Of course, Sam Fisher voiced by the incomparable Michael Ironside. This is Lambert. He's kind of your handler with the NSA.
We've all got to work together.
Even though I'll be out there alone.
You'll be transmitting to us in more ways than you can
Why
imagine.
is the map breathing behind me?
And that's how we're handling training.
Everything in this room seems to have some aggressive air conditioning. Maybe it's to keep the electronics cool.
I haven't been in the field in years.
Sure. But tradecraft is something you don't forget. It's like riding a bike.
Or wearing high heels.
Actually, as like a prep, I was actually watching some of, on the game itself, there was actually a lot of behind the scenes videos, which was kind of neat. Games don't really do that anymore. I was watching some of them, and it was actually pretty cool catching up on some of those things.
Aggressive intelligence operations will play in NSA's future will depend largely on your performance. I'll see you on the far side of the course. All right, Sam, let's get started.
All right.
Can you hear me clearly?
Hi there.
Good. That means the implanted speaker is working correctly. Now, the technicians here want to calibrate.
It's interesting, game designers, it's funny how often everyone uses the color yellow as kind of points of interest. This does look good. It's too bad it's not widescreen, but boy, I can't really complain. Well, I confess, I wasn't paying attention when he gave me the order. I assume I'm just supposed to look at something. But I can't actually seem to control my character. No goals yet. Am I supposed to look at the red lights? That makes perfect sense.
Now the one on your right.
I should really pay attention to the game a little bit
Okay,
closer.
Same thing for pitch. Look for another light up in the rafters. On
This is where they're testing if I want to invert or not.
Excellent.
I'd imagine
Now
that
look
because
for
there's
one on
no
the ground.
targeting reticle, they have to be pretty loose.
All right, Fisher.
With how
we'll
wide
get
the
through this as
volume is
quickly
for you
as
looking.
possible. We'll start simple. Climb up onto that ledge.
Now I'm going to pay attention to the directive. Let's say A. There we go. That's right, the jump button is X, so it's going to take a little while to get used to that.
We'll let you do your thing here. You're looking at your basic assault course. I'll chime back in once you've passed it.
It's pretty simple, just kind of get from A to B. Those goggles, there's nothing quite so... It just screams Splinter Cell, for better or for worse. I'm sure whoever may or may not be working on Splinter Cell now, I'm sure there's someone there who's frustrated they have to stick with the 3-light goggles, but it's pretty iconic. You see it, you know it's Splinter Cell. So I see a couple of different things that are grabbing my attention here. You have these yellow things, markers on the ground, and then the arrow over here. My guess is they just want me to go up the stairs, or go up this ladder. And I see a rope, so I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be kind of going up here. There we go. Use the ladder, simply move for jump onto it to make Sam start climbing. Nice light shafts coming through the windows. You know what? This game looks pretty good, although I'm on the wrong side of the ladder. Nope, no way to go on the other side of the ladder in this version of the game. They definitely added that later. Good audio. I don't know if anyone can hear the helicopter kind of flying overhead. That's pretty cool. Yeah. There we go. Got a pipe going down, basically just communicating. It's just a round ladder. Oh, I should point out the sort of HUD elements you see in the upper right-hand corner. That's, if I remember correctly, that's my health. And then you see the bars kind of moving back and forth as I move. That's the light meter. You see that thing on my back. That's supposed to be representative, I believe, of the HUD widget. But that's one of the things Splinter Cell is known for. Obviously, shadows are a safe spot, which is kind of a bit different from most other games. Got my yellow arrow. Classic. I'm gonna do a split jump, hit it again. I think I need to do it one more time. There we go. I mean, when you think of the original Splinter Cell especially, I mean, this is just two things I think of. I think of crawling along a pipe, you know, upside down, and then the other one is, you know, the split jump. It's pretty iconic, even if it looks quite uncomfortable. I also have a habit, I don't know if anyone else does this in a Splinter Cell game, or honestly any stealth game. If I can crouch, I almost always crouch. It just feels wrong to just be walking around. Oh, speak of the crawling along the pipe the other way. Let's see, I'm trying to remember the button combo to use to pull myself up. Ah, B. There we go. Yeah, that's the other one right there. It's nice the way his head animates as you're kind of looking. It's a little subtle thing. Third-person games, their cameras can be tricky. See, I was already doing it. I'm ahead of them. Those boots just barely fit. So the white button is going to be LB, I think. We'll see. Yep. You do have to do a little bit of mental math. Ah. Gotcha. They want me to go against this, so I can use it to kind of move through the tight area. I don't know where those light shafts are coming from. Some aggressive god rays. Alright, see my yellow arrow. I've already been taught that use this as a ladder. It's also, like, I don't know, it's one of the first games I can remember playing on a console that had complete dynamic lighting, which is pretty cool, and it's light and dark. I mean, that's really one of the hallmarks of the Splinter Cell franchise. Alright, so if I remember correctly, this is going to teach me... Yeah.
Good job, Fisher. As soon as you can find a way over the gate, we'll move on to covert ops training.
I was going to say, this is the jump off the wall. I guess I could have done either wall, but that's actually a nice touch that they put the arrow in both spots, because you never know which direction people are going to come from. Oh. Oh, that button on the wall. So that's actually pretty clever. So this teaches you that you can interact with doors. It's kind of a nice little touch. I think most people probably go over here, and then you see that you can interact. Oh, how did that gate open earlier? Oh, I guess it's just I did something silly. Red light means exit. Nice little touch there. It's also really nice playing through Backwards Compatibility how fast the load times are. Yes, I'm gonna save. But it's just nice how everything casts a shadow.
Moving on into covert ops. The objective is to sneak through the area without being detected. We've got live bodies in there. Some of the top CIA instructors have kindly volunteered to be your victims.
There we go, the stealth meter. It's interesting you're at a CIA training facility, but you're part of the NSA. I guess this is just kind of post 9/11. All the pre 9/11, the NSA and CIA probably wouldn't be working that closely together. At least in general, that was kind of one of the things that came out of the 9/11. But obviously, post 9/11, they're supposed to be working together. See, it's not as windy in this room. That map is staying still. I'm trying to figure out where that, yeah, what is that reflection? It's a cube map. You see, it's not really representative of the room. It's really low res version. So I'm guessing the cube maps can't actually be up res through the backwards compatibility. So you can see that it's a little more pixelated. It's sort of representative of the room that I'm in, but you know, not super perfect if I'm staring at it. But for 2002, you can't beat it. So earlier I got to interact with the door that didn't open, and now I'm going to interact with the door that I can open. So if I hold the door open, I'm going to go ahead and crouch. Because
The next door is locked, Sam. You'll need to use your lockpicks to
cool.
get through.
You know what? I have an admission to make. I love a good lockpick minigame. I don't like a bad one. I'm just clicking through this because I think I remember how to do it. We'll see. So I think I need to go in. I need to pick up my gadgets. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That just taught me my controls for that. I thought it said the back button picks up. Let's see. Crouch, interact, reset camera, inventory. Is this black button, RB. I read it wrong. That's what I get for being cocky. There we go. Obviously this is pretty simple, but I love it. All right.
This next door is keypad locked.
This is nice design here. You have the big thick column in the middle casting a shadow, giving you the opportunity to move in closer if I want to get a closer look, but also giving you a clear front and back, which is pretty cool. But if I wanted to, I could get up here. You know, Lambert's got to be pretty cold for this guy not to... I also warn you in advance, I'm a button masher when I'm go to grabbing characters in these kind of situations. I also think Michael Ironside, the voice actor of Sam Fisher, I also have to spin my camera around if I can, so you can see.
Hi there.
I think he had a lot of fun with some of the interrogation communications.
Not so tight, that hurts.
Sorry about that. What's the door code?
28469.
It was a pleasure working with you.
Likewise. 28469.
This is interesting. I don't know what this is. Oh, I got that information. I figured it out before I had to do it. 28469, was that right? Just seeing if I could turn my thermals on. I think it's 28469. Yeah, cool. I was actually paying attention. Ah, if you hold down on the left stick, it stealthily opens it up. I guess I'm supposed to keep holding back on it.
This next door is retinal scanner locked. These things are cheap and near impossible to hack. Fortunately, it's just a matter of getting the right eyes to the scanner, usually an officer.
So what's interesting here, there's another button like going in another room. Will that give me information? Or they just gave it to me here. I wonder if I just missed the volume. I'm not going to switch that. I don't know what it does. You're coming with me. It does feel harsh that I have to punch this guy. Just gonna do a little... See, I'm just gonna prepare myself. I'm gonna take him to the shadows. Ah, that's so cool. Still cool. So many years later. Alright, let's see if I can get the stealth working this time. No? So is it a left and right? No? So if I just hit forward on the left stick, it just opens it like normal. So I guess maybe there isn't... Maybe that's a thing that's introduced later in the franchise.
Your gun should always be a last resort. Invisibility is your best weapon. We've got a network of photocells on your outfit connected.
Well, it's 30 minutes into it and we're still in the tutorial. I might have to speed things up a little bit.
You're lit up like a Dutch brothel. At 0, you're a ghost's shadow.
I'm pretty lit. I used to have the habit of shooting out every single light that I came across. Okay, so this just repeats what you're being taught. That's kind of a nice feature. Okay, RB... Gadgets, highlight, pistol. See if I can remember. There we go. Back to front. Oop, that wasn't a very good shot. There we go. Sam Fisher, not the most accurate shot. Oh. I already failed. God.
Let's try that again.
See, the second I talked about speeding up. At least it's a pretty quick checkpoint. Alright. I'm actually surprised that... Well, I forgot there was another light. Should have taken that one out first. I was still standing in the light, and I was not even paying attention to the light meter. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. Still in the shadow. This effect still looks pretty good, I think. Now you notice that every other door I've come up to, I think it's been the other way, but that one was on the left-hand side, obviously because I'm supposed to be going into this room.
Some cameras are more fragile, and all you'll need to do to get past them is shoot them.
I apologize if you see me drinking water. I also have some wine. It gets really hot in my office at night, and I am keeping it closed because, well, my wife will probably be asleep by the time I'm done streaming. She's prepping for her job, and then I have a toddler about 10 feet over in that direction sleeping. Fortunately, I've kind of figured out with the white noise machine in her room and the fans we have running in the rest of the house, no one can hear me when I'm streaming. Obviously, I won't be screaming and getting hyped. This isn't a Fortnite or PUBG stream. It's a little bit more low-key. We'll see. Okay, so I have this light here. I don't think I can shoot these lights out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're protected even though I can't see. Okay, I'm gonna wait till the camera comes back around. It's kind of awkward that it completely took my gun down when I succeeded, but it was nice that I clearly had taken it out. Yeah, see, now the doorknob's on the right. Which probably means they want me moving to the right when I move through the door.
Sometimes the only way to pass a camera will be to stick to
Once you kind of
existing
notice these
shadows
level
at the
design
time you're
kind of ticks, you can't unsee them. Okay, so where are the cameras? Okay, so I'm gonna wait till this camera comes all the way across. Oof. You hear that little noise. I don't know if you could hear it on the stream, but that little noise there, it sounds like a lens starting to focus. That's kind of an auditory thing letting you know that you're actually kind of close. It can't quite see you yet, but it will soon. This game's really great with giving the player good feedback.
Knock out the guard in the corridor and hide his body before the patrolling guard finds it.
We heard you, Sam.
Okay, now, Fisher, let's bring in another guard to evaluate your work.
If I remember correctly, I'm not supposed to punch this guard. I'm pretty sure the first time I played through this game, I punched the guard. Who clearly has been sitting at a desk too long. Look how terrible his spine looks.
Good work, Sam. Remember that discretion is critical to our operations. Covering up the evidence of your passing through will go a long way towards proving our usefulness in the field.
I don't think I was supposed to do that, but, you know, he might have found me. It's a nice touch. You could actually hear the audio coming. I was just supposed to go through the door over here. Man, I'm gonna have to apologize to that guy later. I still don't think I'm doing the stealth door opening very well.
The next hallway is the same idea, but for sound.
That kind of makes sense. This looks like one of those rooms that these days Apple or Samsung or whoever would be testing the quiet room texting or testing their phones. I feel like that wasn't silent, but I know it's... Okay.
Not quite soft enough. Give it another shot.
So I was able to drop down, and that was soft enough, but rubbing up against the corner. Boy, the heartbeat makes it a little more tense than it would be otherwise. I'm going to be very careful. I apologize if my third-person camera movement makes you a little sick. I'm definitely always moving very slowly across this broken glass. I'm pretty obsessive about lining my camera up, especially for things like that.
Have you started yet?
Holy Christmas.
Holy Christmas, you're at the end.
I'm gonna start using that.
Work. Let's move on.
I will always generally look through using the third-person camera to my benefit, kind of scout areas out before I get there.
That's gotta be him.
Yep. Sam Fisher. Let me introduce you to Vernon Wilkes Jr.
Hello.
Hey, I've heard crazy things about your work.
I hope you don't mind. I told him some of your stories from Kuwait.
We're all friends here.
Right on.
Junior Wilkes is a longtime NSA employee. He'll be your wheels, wings, and weapons. He coordinates transportation and equipment.
Great.
For sure.
The normal mapping
Man, you
on
must be
Sam's
itching
arms
to
still
get
look
back
really
out in the
good.
Field, huh?
It's all I'm good at.
Well, it's all we need. Welcome to the NSA.
I'm sure things are going to come together famously. Third Echelon is a brand new initiative, and we're going to have a lot to prove.
Right.
The two of you will be Third Echelon's first team on the ground. Be ready for it, and do us proud. Welcome to the NSA.
Alright, so about 30 minutes in, started to finish the tutorial. We're actually hopefully going to get through a couple of levels, so... Okay, blah, 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 I'm the right man, blah, 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 blah. There we go.
This is going to sting.
Go ahead.
Would be cool if eventually we could use like machine learning or something to up-res these pre-rendered cinematics as well.
I just need to sync the encryption signature between his subdermals and Fort Meade.
Don't like that.
I know. It's for after we land. You better hurry up.
I apologize
We
to
touch down in
everyone
Georgia
who
in 15.
I'm
is actually
already
trying
done.
to chat in here right now but
Lambert?
can't.
Hey, Irving, do you read me?
Tell her I read her.
He reads you.
Good. You ready to get to work?
I'd feel better if I knew what was going on.
You know what you need to. The CIA lost a mole inside Georgian President Combé Nicoladz's cabinet. Name is
Nicolaz.
Alice Madison.
Boy, that
They
name.
sent in Agent William Robert Blaustein
You'll hear that
to
name a
find
lot.
her and lost him too.
Are we working with the CIA's cooperation?
Blaustein is outfitted with subdermals just like yours. That'll be your best lead to find him.
You didn't answer my question.
We'll tell you what you need to know. You're not out there alone, Fisher. Through me, you're attached to a dozen of the best NSA minds we have. There are political complexities with Georgia you'd need a week to understand.
I've just about memorized the speech, Lambert.
Well, start believing it. This is Third Echelon's maiden voyage, and we need it to go smooth as butter. You're about to touch down in Georgia.
I like how he said butter. the not at all unwieldy silenced pistol that comes down below your kneecap. Also, apologies to the OCD among you who never overwrite your save. I always do.
Our first priority. You're to locate him through a local NSA contact.
I'm on my way.
And stay off the streets. There's a heavy cop presence in this town. We don't have Washington's backing if this turns into an incident. Details on your OPSAT.
Okay, so we have patrolling guards. Can you hear their footsteps? I could shoot out this light, but I don't think I really need to. They're coming back. I heard his footsteps. Is that guard looking at me or looking the other direction? Oh, now he's going the other direction. Okay. That audio cue was letting me know that I was at risk of being seen. Boy, I'm playing it risky. At least that's what I assume. That's why the music kicked in the way it did. Just showing off that this was probably Unreal Engine 2? Maybe even the first Unreal Engine? I'm not sure. I should actually look that up. So, I was already taught pipes. Alright, same thing as ladders. So you just learn to recognize those shapes. So clearly they have higher res textures on the geometry in the buildings. But you see that vista, the hills in the distance, not quite as high resolution.
Grim's daughter's comparing a Dark Star drone sonar to the warehouse blueprints. She'll be guiding you through.
I think I can pull my legs up.
Sam, Grim's daughter here. I say jump. Don't ask how high, just do it. You should get through this fine. There's a room directly across the hall.
Look
Go
at
there
this
now.
balance that I have. I am standing on a single toe right now. You can't do that. I can't do that. Sam Fisher can do that. I'm gonna be frustrated that I still can't figure out how to do the stealth open of the door. Or maybe you're only supposed to be able to see just a sliver. That must be it.
Sorry about that. Get back into the hall and go to the stairwell at the far end. Make it fast. You've only got a few seconds.
See, this is another situation where it makes no sense for me to be crouching, but I just can't stop myself. Building doesn't. Okay, I guess we are in Georgia in the early 2000s, but it's weird that there's not being any sprinklers at all.
Take a left just ahead and cut through the room. You'll find a stairwell on the opposite corner. Take it to the top floor.
Look at that shadow. Man, that looks good. Apparently Sam Fisher immune to smoke inhalation. Like, my dude can't have like a gas mask or something?
The contact is in this room. Let's hope to God he's still alive.
Well, Okay. He's alive. See, there's some water here.
There's too much smoke. Shoot out the skylights.
That's a nice touch. I could use some skylights like that here. I don't know where you're living, you're dealing with the smoke from the wildfires, but we're definitely still dealing with a lot of that. Assuming he's in this room, it's the only door here. Then I guess this was... Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to go through this door. That's weird. I wonder if when I collect him, we're gonna go through. Where was this guy? Oh, I'm glad, Courtois, that you're doing alright. Just doing the best you can. Alright, so meet the contact. They had me go in this room, they had me shoot out the skylight. There is this light here, but it wouldn't let me go through the door. I didn't see anyone in this room. I mean, that's where I came from, right? Yeah. I heard... Oh, goodness. He's right here. I'm super blind.
Yeah.
I'm NSA. We're gonna get you out of here.
Don't bother. I'm as good as dead. You're looking for blouse.
So clearly, in playtesting, a lot of people just came up and shot this guy in the head. Hence the don't kill any civilians objective banner.
How do I find you?
Blaustin's black box. Tracking relay for his subdermals. It's stashed in his safe house just east of Moravi Square.
Lambert, do we have resources to evac this guy?
I said don't bother. Whatever Madison found, it's big. She kept saying proof would mean war. I think Nicolad's wanted...
Look, I watched This Is Us. This guy, Sam Fisher's gonna be dead of smoke inhalation at this point.
Yes, to explain to his family.
You've got a safe exit on the west side of the room. Take it.
Safe exit's gonna be the one I was just standing at. I bet it's not gonna be safe. I guess it was. Transitioning outside. It's interesting. I think they had a pretty seamless transition to inside. Interesting they couldn't do the same thing outside.
That was pretty tight. You still breathing?
Doing my best.
Good. Blaustein's black box is your next objective. He's running standard agency tradecraft. You'll find the box behind a fake bookshelf or wall panel.
It's actually a pretty smart design. So you're taking through here. You could drop down here if you wanted to, but pretty risky move. You can also come over here, jump across.
Damn, Sam. This
What?
mission is too sensitive to have you running
What?
around on the streets.
Oh, it's the original Splinter Cell. You get mission fail for anything. That was pretty damn stealth.
That was
At least
pretty tight. Still
I
breathing?
know I'm not supposed to go down there this time.
Good. Blaustein's black box is your next objective. He's running standard agency tradecraft. You'll find the box behind a fake bookshelf or wall panel.
Oh,
Damn, Sam. This mission is too sensitive sensitive to have you running
So
around
maybe
on
I'm
the
not supposed to be
streets.
crouching when I jump across. We'll see. I'll try it again.
That was pretty tight. Still breathing?
Kind of crouch down so I don't make too much noise.
Blaustein's black box is your next objective. If he's running standard agency tradecraft, you'll find the box behind a fake bookshelf or roll panel.
I remember the jump physics being a little janky. I miss my thermals. I'm gonna assume he can't see me through here. I'm pretty dark. Okay, he's going inside. I'm gonna quickly shoot these out.
Great. Heard something.
Alright, there he is in the doorway. Punch this guy. It's not like Chaos Theory where I could just run up and do the knife. There we go. That's nice, I don't have to go all the way down there. Classic big screen TV, rear projection, of course. Okay, so he mentioned, oh, that's kind of nice. Don't have to go through the door. So he mentioned like a fake bookcase or something. It's a little weird that you have to hit jump for every one of those moves. I'm also so ingrained.
Who is that?
Nice thing is I know I'm in shadow even though I'm not super shadow. Good thing there's not another person just around here. I would have just got caught. Pretty lucky. So I don't think you're supposed to hit the X button to bring up your gun every time you drop someone, but I tend to do it every time. I can get a bottle here if I wanted to throw to distract people. Doesn't really help. So I don't know if anyone's around the corner. Doesn't look like it. So I probably could have come across, come in here, taken him down. Don't shoot out a light if you can turn it off. I'm leaning. Can you see me lean? I'm actually physically leaning, trying to look around the corner here. Because I'm just not on the column. I really feel like I should probably shoot some lights out, but... Okay, so if I remember correctly, I can actually get health from these medical kits. Fortunately, I don't actually need very much. Don't need very much health. I'm actually doing pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna do it. If I get a switch, I get access to a switch, I tend to turn them off in these games. Okay, so I was not... Ah! I forgot why I was coming in here. It's probably a fake bookcase, right? Let's see if we can put two and two together. Right here, it's the only bookcase in here. gonna double check. Find the black box hidden in Blostein's apartment. I assume this is Blostein's apartment. Oh, wait, that's a good touch. Killing civilians will result in mission failure. Touching the street will result in mission failure. Learn that the hard way. Let's see what the note. Is that the one I just opened up? I'm just gonna check. I'm pretty sure that's just this can or something, yeah. See, I'm surprised they mentioned the bookcase, and then you see a bookcase and there's nothing there. But it could just be one of these cabinets too. Or maybe it's in another room that I haven't gotten to yet. It's probably not in the bathroom because I've already gotten the health in here. Actually, let me check my notes real quick. Also, should point out, see the Palm logo at the top. If you're not old enough, Palm was a company that used to make personal digital assistants, and that's what Sam's apparently using to track his mission. Okay, so this is just case file. The data stick is what I picked up. Okay, so this is telling me where the drop is. I haven't figured out what the door code is here, though. Just gonna punch in some random numbers. Alright, well that can't be it. So I'm clearly supposed to find the black box. Oh, could it be behind a painting? It's reasonable. I really think it's supposed to be in here. I wonder if I was supposed to interrogate one of these guys. Probably would have made it easier. You know, it was smooth sailing up until now. Look at everything in night vision to see if anything stands out. Now I'm trying to remember, did he say something about it being in a bush? Fortunately, whoever that was can't get up here. If there's anything in this body. Pretty sure that's just the bottle. I interact with it anyway. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else I could do with the computer. I feel like it's gotta be somewhere. It's not literally this huge black box sitting here, is it? No, that's just like supposed to be a stack of VHS tapes or something. So now I am confused. Read that note again. It's kind of nice. Yeah, the police. All right. Nothing to interact with in here. I'm going to look in this bathroom again. Nothing to interact with there. Nothing to interact with there. Physics kind of neat. There we go. I was actually, for the record, trying to turn off the light switch.
Dang!
What's the news?
Blaustein's heart stopped.
Pretty sure that data stick has my information. 09/17/72.
Beating 43 hours ago.
Any reason the CIA wouldn't know about this?
Nope.
Nice of them to share.
The subdermal went offline 6 hours after he died. The last active position was in a police station a few blocks away. Check your OPSAT.
Okay. Can't hit the ground. Can't be seen.
Who is that?
Oh man, that guy humming. I feel like that's pretty classic Splinter Cell. So these guys I'm just honestly just supposed to ignore for the most part. He still can't see me. And he's not looking, so I'm okay. I have to say that little electrical boxes over here out of the corner of my eye, they looked like a blurry Batman as I first came in. Cyclops Batman. Alright, so I'm supposed to just jump and ride this thing down. And then probably just interact with that. Cool. When you drop, if you crouch, you don't actually make enough noise for anyone to hear you, but if you're standing up, you make a little bit more noise, as I recall, and they'll actually hear you. Probably one of the reasons I'm always crouching.
Every road is open to you. Do what you gotta do to find those missing spooks.
Okay, so as I recall, because there's a grating on that light, I can't actually shoot that light out. I think that's the case. Door locked. I bet I got some gadgets to solve that. Ah, the optic cable. Love this thing. It's also kind of nice that the lockpick's not doesn't break. Not a fan of lockpicks breaking. Although I guess there's no fail state in this case. Yes, when in doubt, save a checkpoint. I should also point out Splinter Cell did eventually come out for the PlayStation 2 and I think the GameCube, but those were actually slightly different versions. The levels were constructed a little differently to allow for different memory footprints and load times and things like this. Also, the original Xbox, every single one of them came with a hard drive. Cost Microsoft a lot of money, but because of the hard drive, I think it had a little bit more RAM. I want to say it was like 64K of RAM in the original Xbox, so they could keep larger, more complex levels in memory. Okay, so I have a light here. Guys down here talking. Pretty sure they're just gonna drop down here. It's probably gonna be a can somewhere around here.
You want to sleep tonight? It'll cost you 100 lari.
Oh, please. I don't. Now what are we going to do with him?
Check his pockets. I'll radio HQ.
Sure.
Unit 3 to dispatch. We have a 1053, possible assault. Can you send an ambulance?
Totally forgot.
Copy that, Unit 3, but we're dealing with a warehouse fire, so expect delay.
Roger that, dispatch. We'll wait with the victim. Unit
Glad
3
that
out.
can wasn't so loud that they heard it.
Something we can pin on Costa.
I'm pretty sure the dead drop's probably
Good,
underneath this
thank
guy. So I wonder, I'm gonna try picking up the can. Throwing it way over there after this guy on the upper level walks away. Come on.
I don't understand.
I'm not sure why this guy walked over here. Ah, shit. Not supposed to be doing this. I don't think there's anyone else. That was sloppy. But music went away, so... Is the only way? Okay, there you go. I was gonna say, I always end up just pulling out a gun when I'm picking those guys up, but... Or when I'm putting them back down, but... Ah, fuck. Okay, so just the A button drops them back down. Okay, so someone clearly could see me. Is there a guy still up there? Who saw me?
Identify this frequency. Maintain.
Probably being a little more careful than I need to be, but... Well, I guess I should pop down here. It's weird that they have this, like, really dramatic light. I'm guessing that's where the black box is. Nope, just another bottle. That's weird. Oh, is that supposed to be like kind of a red herring? Yeah, I tend to play these pretty carefully. Although, Chaos Theory I was a little more aggressive. Oh, it was that guy seeing me. It's a third-person camera. Is that him? Is that a person? That guy's like crouching. Also, for the record, did it say earlier that if I end up on the streets, the mission's over? Pretty sure this is a street. I'm trying to think how else I could have done this one. I don't think I could have. I wonder if I could have actually... You see this railing here? I wonder if I could have shimmied along the railing and come up here through the bushes. Ah, thank you, Typhus, for lifting the info about Lambert lifting the restriction. I appreciate that. This is all the level design if I hadn't killed all three guys earlier. Oh, there's a guy at a window. I really probably would normally be shooting every one of those lights out, but I wasted so many. Gotta slow down. I bet that creek is hardwired into the floor there, so no matter what speed you're going, it's letting you know that, hey, you should probably slow down. It is funny, that first spot with the can and the two guards next to the guy by the bench, I actually totally remembered that sequence. Okay, find the dead drop. I'm actually gonna go back to my notes real quick. Just gonna see, where did he say he left it? Behind the bushes in Moravi Square. And if I want to know where Moravi Square is, it's right here. Thank you. Pretty sure this is Moravi Square. It's really bright. I don't see any guards any. Maybe I don't need to be this careful. This is a bush. That suspiciously looks like a door that I'll be able to interact with. Ah. Turn the old night vision on. Oh, hello, ammunition. I guess they assume there's a good chance that you're going to engage in some fights. Oh, I forgot. I totally forgot I actually had that medical kit. D-pad, select medical kit. Oh, that's right. Sam Fisher's kind of orgasmic. Oh yeah, when you use a medical kit. It's just not right. Okay, I just heard something open. Let's see what the note... "5929, okay, cool. It did sound like the gate opening. I'm pretty sure it's the gate outside, the one that I talked about probably getting to interact with at some point. Also, get used to these butterflies. You see them kind of all over the place. You know, they don't hold up to scrutiny if you're really staring at them, but if they're just kind of in the background, they're doing their job, especially for 2002. Oh shit, they look a lot better in the shadow than the light. Actually, this is a good test. I just got a bunch of ammo. Do you think I can shoot the butterflies? No, doesn't look like it. One more shot I'm gonna waste. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those bullets are hitting the gate. Hey, look, that gate just magically opened. Holy shit. There was a guard there. Just gonna go hide in here like a punk, just in case anyone else was around, but they're not. You know, the fact that there were 2 health packs there and you pretty much had to find both of them says during playtesting a lot of people didn't see that guard, just like I didn't see that guard, and probably took a lot of damage. So they gave you 2, so if you need it, you can kind of get back to where you were. So I'm just going to walk through this again. So you're supposed to, I think you're supposed to not be able to see that guy. They want you to have an oh shit moment, because you see these leaves here. You can't see what I'm pointing at, obviously, but this leaf right here, it's blocking him especially. So you're not supposed to see that guard. That's like you're supposed to fuck up there, but they gave you enough health packs to kind of get through it. I wonder if you don't see him, does he start patrolling through here so you can kind of follow behind if you are taking it slow enough.
What?
Sorry. You're going back to the bush with you. You know, I actually forgot how effective the knockout was in this game. Kind of feels a little bit like cheating, but I'm pretty sure as I progress, the opportunities to get away with stuff like that are going to go away. So did he come in from this room? No? I guess he was just kind of set up there. Boy, nothing like the sound of like someone whistling to just like freak you out. Still pretty much in shadows. Definitely hear someone walking around, but not quite sure where they're at. All right. I might be taking this a little more slowly than I need to, but I don't want to have to reload again. I will say I do generally try to, if given the opportunity. I'm going to try to interrogate this guy. Nope. Ugh, sloppy. And see, I probably could have interrogated him, and he probably would have had like a code or info, but if I kill him, he drops the same information. To use that other health pack. Kind of regretting that. Gonna shoot that light out. Give me a little more sense of security. Nice touch with that gate open. Yeah, I was gonna say I heard someone's footstep. You see the nice touch of the shadow there. I think that's a second guard. Oh man, that's a cool setup. So I know that, pretty sure there's a second person somewhere. Quite sure where that shadow is coming from. Is he just staring at me? Okay, so there's a pipe here. Glad I saw that. Where are my thermals at? Window doesn't look like anything I'm supposed to get into. He's all the way over there. I wonder if I can just... Where's the other footsteps? Is there another person below me? So I see this guy. I'm taking him back on the other side. I'm going to guess this was the same guy. I do not know where those footsteps are from. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to do anything with that. That's just a shiny window. Is that just the shadow from the fence? Oh, there's a guy upstairs in the window. Okay. I'm dark enough, he's not going to be able to see me. Okay, now I'm a little confused. Why is this fence so high? I don't think I'm supposed to be able to scale it. That's not a thing I'm supposed to mess with. Oop. Really confused here. I wonder if I can jump off the wall. Come on. That's a terrible lookout. So I'm pretty sure I have a feeling I'm supposed to go up there in those windows. Just gonna shoot the light out. After I reload, of course.
That's strange.
See, I think I might be overthinking this, but... Yeah, I'm not supposed to get in those windows. I don't think I'm even supposed to be up here. Oh. There's a trash can, and I can just go over the wall right here. Oh, I have to do it from the opposite wall. No, I was too close. There we go. A little janky, but... Boy, I really expected to make it more than one level through. So those are the letters I was seeing on the other wall. It was a similar texture. That's... I don't know what language that's supposed to be. Maybe it's a real one? I kind of don't think it is. Hey, look! It's our friend the butterflies. They're back. Just seeing if there's any goodies underneath here. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot that light out if I can. Alright, 5929. Oh, hang on. So this is actually it. Man, I can't believe I remembered that. Actually, I'm going to use my gadget, because I feel like they're going to want me to start using that. Although they probably would have tutorialized it. Ah, there we go. Got someone there. Got a couple of fluorescent lights. This might be the first jump split. Oh, shit.
Who in the hell are you supposed to be?
There we go. Boy, they did a really good job framing this hallway. If I only had like a can or something, I could throw and bring this guard back out here. He's totally going to come back out here. See him. Oh yeah. There he is, way in the distance. These are beefy levels. I think I forgot. Come here. What's weird, there's no like contextual drop or anything. I think it's just basically just dropping on them. Oh, never mind. I hit the wrong button. Might have fucked up. Nice. This guy doesn't give a fuck. Alright, I was just wondering about that.
Dang. You know you just gunned down a civilian, right? One more mistake like that and this mission's finished.
For the record, he was a criminal. Although he didn't deserve to die. That was fucked up. I was just curious what the game was going to do. Yeah, same whatever that's supposed to be. Okay, that door just opens automatically. Switching the lights off. I see my computer with screensavers. Gonna check my data stick. No information that's operational. Just background if I needed it or wanted it. That door's locked. Try. You know, other than some of the climbing and jumping being a little janky. Oh, fuck. I was looking down at chat. Oh my god. Which, the data sticks are interesting. I assume they're probably supposed to be like USB thumb drives like we would have today. Who knows? I'm trying to remember 2002. Yeah, there were thumb drives back then, right? Must have been. There definitely would have been like compact flash cards and maybe SD cards. I don't know. So, see, that's my fault. I should have used the widget to look under the door before I opened it. Polly Ponytail's getting ready to get taken down. That felt pretty good. Yeah, I'm not even sure if they would have been as high as 256 megs, but see a computer, use a computer. You know what's nice? These computers, that flat screens on them. Thank you, pushing buttons, Doc. It's actually kind of fun. I'm doing a little bit better as far as the game wise than I thought I would be. And you know what? A lot of the gameplay, I think it holds up. Granted, I'm an old man, and it may not actually hold up to people who didn't play these games originally, but so this is a nice touch here. So I'm now, because I read it and actually used the computer, I'm now being told there are security cameras coming in the morgue. So that's actually, I'm being rewarded for doing that. I think that's pretty rad. So I don't know if there are security cameras. Oh, I hear it. Good God. What's that noise? Oh, there it is in the opposite corner. Oh, I got lucky there. Shit, the light above me. Still a little bright, so I might just try shooting it, hopefully. Alright. I heard it before I saw it. Ugh, should have looked closer. I don't have any more health, do I? Oof. Oh, right here. That's good game design. Just thought about it. Just needed it. It was there waiting for me. I really appreciate that.
I've got Agents Blaustein and Madison.
Rest in peace. Somebody cut out their subdermals.
Where do we go from here?
We follow the subdermals.
Jeez, it's pretty brutal.
There's a security camera here.
Good thinking. We'll track the subdermals from the video archives. The station's surveillance room is on the top floor.
Yeah, so top floor, so I'm going to be going upstairs now. Already interacted with this. Not making the same mistake as last time. I had my mic muted. I was pouring a drink. Boy, that made me queasy. Nothing here. Clear. Here. Always disappointing when there's not something hidden underneath the stairwell for me. Good music kicking in, so I am pretty sure something high tension is about to kick in. There's a checkpoint, as if I needed more reasons to know that there probably would be something high tension. I think I'm going to shoot this light out before I go to this next door. Yeah, I feel much better now. Okay, so, looks like there's might be a person on the edge of this wall in the center. Standing there, kind of looks like there's someone swaying back and forth ever so slightly. Oh, no.
Reporting a corpse.
Who is that?
This operation is based around stealth. Watch the alarms.
Oof. You know what? I might save scum there. Should I? Should I restart it? I can do that better. Tell me in chat, should I reset the checkpoint or should I just live with my decisions and go to it? All right. I'm gonna restart. Still gonna shoot this light out because I think that was the right call. Normally in most games it would drive me crazy that I'm not super accurate with the pistol. As I take another sip of wine. But I kind of appreciate it in this game because I feel like it's the game's way of telling me it's not a super action title.
A fresh kill. One of ours.
Okay, so that's always going to be found. So I don't think I left anyone
This operation is based around stealth.
out in the open.
Watch the alarms.
I'd like to talk to your superior. Perhaps I can help you, sir.
Clearly, whatever walking I did was enough that it triggered it. I kind of have a feeling that that's hardwired. I think that one might have been hardwired. I might have left someone out in the open, but the timing on it made me think that it probably... Let's see if this person is still... Okay, this person is still there. There's my light switch. Oh, there's my light switch.
Hey!
Oh, that draws your attention?
Oh, she...
My thorns. It's also... Yeah, it kind of sucks that they close the door behind you if you go too long. Because I would just keep stashing bodies in there because no one would be catching those. Got another medical kit. That's good. I'm going to go ahead and use it. I wonder if I can just hide this guy behind. It's pretty dark. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna grab this other guy too. Being a little paranoid. Oh! Let's try that. Guy's still twitching. See, you're supposed to hit the A button so they lay perfectly, not hit the X button and drop your pistol. Just gonna check underneath here. So I have a feeling there's a pipe in my future and I'm going to crawl up it to get into the upper levels. Not that way. Hey, the game already taught me once. The trash can. Well, no, I'm not quite sure. I thought I was supposed to go up to the upper level. It's that body's legs poking through the wall. I'm gonna chalk that up to maybe that's a twitching legs. So last time that there was a gap in the fence somewhere that let me get to where I wanted to go. It's definitely not... Well, I mean, there's nothing to interact with here. Yeah. I would say that this garbage can's like supposed to be some kind of indicator. Let me check my notes, because there is... One of these is rough map, which is kind of, I think, the game's way of telling you how far you are into. So basically, I'm pretty sure that that's this avenue right in front of the precinct. But he did say that the security system's in the upper level. Is there just a pipe I'm not seeing? I thought maybe I was supposed to like kind of jump on the AC unit, but I don't think that's the case. Pretty sure I'm not supposed to just climb here. No. Alright, let's think it through. What do we see? I don't think I've seen any gaps in the fence, and that was the indicator last time. Oh! There's a flagpole. Is that it? Nope. Doesn't let me climb the flagpole despite looking exactly like a pipe. That's disappointing. This has got to be one of those moments that everyone's watching and they're like, it's so obvious where you're supposed to go. I'm going to pop back in real quick and see. You think climb the fence, but yeah, see, because the fence has, you see the sharp spots at the, no, so I tried that earlier, crawling. I don't think there's crawling in this game. There's only crouching. Yeah, I don't think you can actually climb the fence. I actually don't think I'm supposed to get out there. I'm going to pop back in just to see if I might have missed something. Now, there's no crawling. You can only... Oh, there's an entire area over here with another door going upstairs. It's interesting, though. I wonder why... Yeah, why have the outside area there? Alright, good composition. See some shadows. The last time I saw some, they weren't people. But you see the slight bob in the shadow. That tells me, oh yeah, these guys are asleep at their desks. Oof. What do we do here? So that light switch is going to turn the lights on. It's a nice touch. I'm pretty sure that's an exit sign. Can you think I can grab this guy without the other guy seeing? Yes. Yes, I can. Oh, yeah. I probably could have done the pipe up there. Well, now I feel a little bad. I thought I was going to be able to interrogate this guy. Oh, fuck. That pipe, I don't think was actually for climbing. I hear his footsteps, but I don't think he's gonna come down here. But just in case. Oh yeah, you can't move at all without that reticle expanding pretty dramatically. I gotta admit.
I'll let somebody else worry about it.
See, you just saved your life. Oh, he turned the lights on. Okay. Pretty good systemic AI. Now I'm not going to try jumping up onto that pipe this time. Ooh. Nope, nothing from here. You know what? That guy's facial model's not bad. It's pretty high quality for just a random NPC. Yes, yes. I'm taking them all the way down here. And then I'm going to shoot this light out. That's better. You think it's going to be the one with the screensaver? Good old screensaver. This gave me background if I wanted to read it. I'm bad about reading those. I'm mostly just looking for, like, is there any, like, critical information? You see, I feel like this green computer should have been, like, the thing to deal with, but disappointing that that was not the thing to interact with. There's a bunch of doors in here. It's probably one of these doors that I need to go into, but no one's in there. Another data stick, but not clearly the important bit, because I would have had some VO kick in if it was really important. So my guess is there's going to be someone in this room. Yeah. So that's the agent I'm looking for. No, it's right. The agents were dead. Come on. There we go. So that's going to be the same one I just interacted with. Just double checking just to see. Not gonna turn the lights on. I wonder if there's anything I can do with this guy. Should I? I'm not, you know, I'm gonna test the limits of the game. See what's what happens if I go in there? Because I'm trying to grab intelligence, right? Maybe this guy knows something. Probably not, but... Oh, he's just knocked out. Well, I mean, I guess that... Or, actually, let's be honest. He's probably dead. Door number 3. Okay, so I see some wind, so that's going to be my entrance bits. There's a guard. That's pretty cool. I guess legs just go through walls. I guess by all the VCRs.
Scanning the videotapes now.
There, that's our guy.
I don't know how they'd be able to scan the videotapes.
Already on it. Hey, check it out. A license plate. 84KP214.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Grab the satchel.
Fisher, we got what we need. Rendezvous with Wilkes, your work here is done. We'll get back to you once we've sifted this intel.
Just gonna see if they decided to have any guards show up while I was doing that. So I guess I just go out the front door that I was earlier, so that's why they had oh no, drop that. Try opening this door. Nice. That's pretty cool extraction. I do tend to be pretty methodical, so apologies if it's not to your liking. But, you know, actually, I think that's a pretty good stopping point for tonight. Made it through the tutorial, made it through the first level. That's a pretty good spot to kind of leave things for tonight. Just going to hit A to continue. Yeah, it's going to bring up a cutscene, but I'll reload that the next time we play. I'm thinking, you know, we'll do this maybe once a week on Tuesday nights. We'll see how it goes. It seems like that should work out pretty well. It probably wasn't that long of a level. Someone in the chat commented it was a long level. It was probably, you know, I'm very methodical. So, but thanks everyone for tuning in and checking out. You know, maybe next time we'll do that, if take some questions or comments and stuff and kind of chat, hang out for a little bit at the end of things if it ends a few minutes early like tonight. But I gotta say, you know, there's some jankiness with especially around jumping and how that works in the game, but everything else, like, you know, feels pretty good and I think holds up relatively well. Between the guard AI, the one guard that I alerted going over and turning on the lights, I think that was pretty cool. And you know, the game has rules and it follows it. So and I kind of like that with stealth games. I don't think I would like a stealth game that didn't have rules, that anything could happen. I feel like that would be a little too hectic, but made it through it and only had to restart a couple of times. So I guess that's not too bad. So thanks everyone for tuning in for tonight one. And if you have any feedback or thoughts or anything like that, I'm definitely open to it. I'm trying to like get things better. I have a really basic streaming setup right now. Like I actually only have the one monitor. So when I go to OBS, it actually freezes the game. So it's kind of janky right now, but it'll get better from here. But I had a lot of fun doing this. This was a lot of fun. So I guess the plan is to be every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. is the plan. And if you have any comments or feedback, you know, feel free to leave them on Twitter. My Twitter account's pretty normal, pretty standard. It's just my name. So it's at David Ellis on Twitter is a good one. You can also leave comments here on Twitch, but definitely Twitter is a better spot to to hit me up. So thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m.